it was a funeral recession, and a girl was on the phone with her pops, and the girl was like, "Oh my God!" Her dad was like, "What?" She was like, I just saw one car, like one funeral car, and nobody behind it." And she said, "When I die, I want to be remembered. I want a whole line of people at my funeral." I thought about that for a second. Like, man, like if I was to die, like who would come? Like, would I have like 5 people, or would it be like 100 people? But not like just like 100, not like your 100 Facebook friends that don't really know you, but like that square root, you know, like people who really know you. Got me thinking about that. And then there was a movie Jack Nicholson was in about Smith, and he had adopted this dude overseas, in Dooku, and he wrote him a letter. And in the end of the letter, he had said, in this big booming voice, like, "In Dooku, like, you know, when you die and all your friends die, unless you've made a difference in somebody else's life, it will be as if you've never lived." So with saying that, I don't care if it's one person at my funeral. If I made a difference in their life, I just want that one person to be there. If I'm fortunate enough to have 10 there, then, you know, so be it. But whoever shows up, I just hope that my life was significant enough to them as pretty much that time of friendship was significant to me. Life is the best adventure that we have for free. You know, I mean, throughout the ups and downs or whatever it goes through, it's like the best ride. It's a smorgasbord. It's a buffet. You get so many different things, you know, thrown at you. And, you know, my viewpoint is, you know, don't dislike something because you haven't experienced it. Like, experience it all. Take it all in. If you dislike something, let it be because you tried it. You know, life makes you strong. It takes you through every great emotion. You laugh, you cry, you think, you know, all because of, you know, life. I mean, I fought for mine, you know, so I was 18 months, had a stroke, paralyzed, couldn't talk. You know, people could have just, you know, wrote me off and, you know, tossed me away. So the beautiful thing for me is almost like it's a second chance. I'm still on that first life, but on a second chance. You know, it sounds odd, but, you know, only this can make that happen. In most cases, when I tell my students too, it's usually throughout life when you're the most uncomfortable, it's when you're learning something. When we're the most comfortable, like we in our ground, we in our zone, like, oh yeah, I can deal with this, you know, boom, whatever. But when we're the most uncomfortable, that's when, like, we're really, really learning something. That's when we need to slow down and listen to what life is saying. Okay. You ever watch Wizard of Oz? Real quick story. I don't even like Wizard of Oz, but when I tell this story, it blows people's mind and it blows my mind as well. The whole point of the story when Dorothy got lost was to get home. And if you recall, they tell her in the beginning of the movie what she had to do to get home. She had to do what? Follow the yellow brick road. And the yellow brick road led her to who? The Wiz, right? In the beginning of the movie, as soon as she got lost, they told her, well, if you watch that movie, she knew her mission. But every time that she got in trouble, was she on the yellow brick road? Nah, she wasn't. Switch that over to us. If we know our mission and we got the path that we got to go there, I guarantee you, every time we get off our path, we get in trouble. So the best thing is to stay on your path. She knew her mission. She knew exactly where she had to go to get her outcome. Many of us got the same opportunity. But just like Dorothy, when we step off that path, we're gonna get in trouble.